Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to introduce Professor Dyll from CCMS UKZN to give a review of Mercy Matters. Let us give her a warm welcome.
Gosh, now I have to keep up the energy of all the previous speakers. Firstly, thank you very much, Mary, for asking me to review the book. I actually read it on an aeroplane, traveling with my 2 kids, and Evan looked after them while I quietly sat and enjoyed it. Congratulations to the entire team. You guys did a really, really, really good job. So I'm going to read what I wrote, otherwise I'll forget what I wrote and I want to say everything that I plan to say. So I've been immensely fortunate to work with Mary on several cultural projects involving engagement with Southern African heritage, with teams that are diverse in cultural backgrounds, languages, geographic locations, and forms of knowledge. The first project produced another book, called Engraved Landscapes, Many Voices. It was done in a place called Vichypoort. And then the second project has so far generated an educational manual. And the manual is done in a similar way to what Mercy Matters has done in terms of not only relying on your mathematical, and linguistic intelligences, but looking rather at other forms of intelligence, narrative, visual, musical intelligence as well. Both outputs, led by Mary, have been praised for their novel and participatory approach. And along with these 2 projects, Mercy Matters eternalizes on paper what Mary has devised and implemented over the last 20 years. Similarly, Mercy Matters is influenced by multiple theatre and storytelling genres, ranging from the Italian commedia dell'arte genre all the way to African storytelling, and mixing them really beautifully together. The resulting multivocality and adaptation allows a range of learners to identify and appreciate different aspects of the content that you find in the book. The inclusion of epic theatre, another genre of theatre, facilitates aspects of social commentary or examples of moral codes of conduct. These influences are reflected through the prism of her own experiences, making Mary's story almost the macro story of the book, as she knows to include all these different cultures in Mercy Matters. Once again, with Mercy Matters, Mary has not only challenged the invisible 4th wall that she explains in her book, but she breaks the mold in how we think about knowledge and how we really should share knowledge. Relevance and relatability to a broad readership, spanning different cultural and language groups in South Africa, is facilitated through the adjacent use of indigenous languages. Amidst the captivating animations and images is a practical, accessible resource for teachers. A synopsis and notes on props, for example, accompany each of the creative works, and the notes very thoughtfully provide alternative ways for teachers to stage the creative works in areas or spaces where there are less resources. So it's very, very adaptable, and it's all there in the book for you to try and work with. It's also an engaging tool in how to analyze poetry in terms of the terms that we learned in class. In English, it all came back to me. Drama and English, all these terms that I knew, but seeing them in action, Mary, you showed us how a teacher can actually analyze these terms and these phrases. So, for example, how changes in tempo and inflection can add nuance to meaning. The unique and intricate artwork by Cap and Isak and Lace Craper are woven together, resulting in the stimulation of visual literacy, opening up opportunities for learners to explore an intercultural comparison of the flora and the fauna that feature in the book. The thematic concern, as we've just previously seen earlier with the lovely performance, is the interrelationship between man and nature, man in society, and how we treat each other in society. A reviewer from the University of Canberra, Dr. Michael Lowe, aptly praises the book for the themes, and he says the following, and I'm going to quote this next section because I think it's really, really good. He says these themes are of increasing relevance in the age of the Anthropocene. Environmental degradation, rising inequality, and the importance of engaging with difference are unavoidable issues within a global context of diaspora, immigration, and conflict. Mercy Matters contributes to the body of work that can foster an improved awareness and inclusivity of other forms of knowledge and communication in educational settings. It celebrates the value of Indigenous knowledge systems, diversity and multilingualism, and through what can be regarded as a form of linguistic reconciliation, the book promotes broader socio-environmental awareness and could motivate learners to make a difference in their own communities. End quote. So, Messy Matters reminds us of the power of storytelling. It is thoughtfully conceptualized through poems, plays, and teasing rhymes, and it is a hands-on, beautifully curated guide on how to harness the creative, educational, and uniting benefits of storytelling. Becky Blamini bears testament to this in his experience of performing and applying the creative works as a teacher, and this is one of the opening pages of the book itself. Stories and creative works can agitate, complicate, induct, and animate, and thus have the power to challenge received or sometimes unquestioned forms of knowledge and forms of education. We therefore need more publications like Messy Matters, and as noted by the publisher Scalp LaRue at Tormentosa, it matters.